Thank you for joining us. This is KTM Mid Morning. My name is Skoy. Now, a dot is commonly seen at the end of a sentence and is better known as a full stop or period when referring to writing. However, have you ever heard of an art form called dotting? Now, as the name suggests, it involves the intricate process of creating works of art using dots. Now, as simple as putting down a dot on paper may be, how easy is it to create a drawing using this very simple mark? Let's find out up next.
Watch me! Watch me! I got it! Watch me!
Dot. A tiny round mark, a spot. This tiny round mark is what is in use right here to create lines, to create forms, beautiful forms. This is the work of the next person we unplug. The style used to create this work is called dotting. It is the creation of subjects using tiny round marks.
I want to be the gauge of what someone else will come to do after me, because I worked in most of these galleries, guys have not done dotting, So I decided to take up dotting.
He uses, or rather the most basic tools are in use, good old fountain pens, pencils, biros and paper. The paper, preferably linen, its texture is just right. Embossed paper is also not a bad choice. Well, dotting is using dots to create whatever. But Jason shares that quite important to his pieces is the pencil work. You can tell from the very detailed pencil sketches in his sketch pad. In fact, he confesses that his dotting is so brilliant because over the years he has perfected his pencil work.
With dotting, one dot in the wrong place messes the whole piece. And the only guide to your dotting is the pencil work.
This is monochrome. He hardly uses any color. This, believe it or not, is what he believes makes his work different. He lives in a black and white world and he loves it. Most of the pieces are realistic. One or two semi-abstract pieces exist. He actually avoids doing complete abstracts.
Most abstract pieces are done in color. And from color you can read what a piece is all about. You can contemplate, you can put pieces together from an abstract, But when it comes to dotting, it's kind of difficult because it's all ink.
Jason is African inspired. He picks bits and pieces from the African culture and enhances them, African wildlife even.
And so I decided to do most of my work on an African or cultural page because it's something that's slipping away.
Jason has progressed over the years, from small cards to the larger pieces. Each one, however, is just as important as the other. The small pieces sustain the big, and the big pieces sustain his gift. That is Jason, an artist who has let a dot make a whole lot of difference.
Watch me! Watch me! I got it! Watch me!
Art mediums are the materials from which an artist creates an object, and they are as numerous as the category is broad. Now, artists have many tools at their disposal and multiple modes available for directing their craft, regardless of the level of sophistication of the artist. Now, up next, we meet an artist who's chosen glass as his medium.
Let's meet a man who loves his glass. Joseph Musomba, a man whose passion is creating designs on glass. He does it from his home in Kayole, using a most unlikely tool, a dentist machine, and little diamond bits.
Diamond particles are stuck on the metal, so that is what cuts the glass. because glass is very hard, even more harder than most metals.
The more details he wants, the smaller the bit. That is a rule of thumb. Well, he started out with paintings like these ones, abstract ones most of the time, until he discovered that he could practice his art on glass.
I saw these guys were using only the machine, and they could get a very nice piece of art out of that without using so much color, just using black and white. It's something like black and white, but the effect is so nice.
His subjects of choice, or should I say favor, are wild animals, elephants, zebras. He has drawn them so long that he doesn't need a picture to help him sketch.
I just use pictures to refer for the small, fine details. But basically the form, the elephant or any other animal, I know how it looks like.
There is not much to say about color here. The animals engraved are either white or, well, they're always white. Achieving the color though is quite a process, and it somehow makes the animals feel more real. Once in a while, he writes messages on the glass, and as he tells me, this needs a lot more concentration.
Because if you mess with the writing, everything is spoiled.
Judging from his work table, it is quite a dusty affair. Protective gear is definitely necessary, and a little water on the glass as you drill does help. Well, that's that from the glass engraver, Joseph Musomba, a man who likes his glass engraved, decorated.
Art is fueled by imagination, which allows us to grow and stretch beyond our boundaries. Now, if something as simple as a dot can be used to create beautiful works, as seen from Jason Abulwa's work, then just think of the endless list of possibilities. Send us your views and your comments to midmorning@standardmedia.co.ke, and also comment on the discussions posted in KTM Midmorning on Facebook. Don't forget to like our page as well. It's been a pleasure. I have been your host, Koi. Let's do this again tomorrow. Have a lovely day.